Mkwanazi and them were correct to tell us that he's at that level. I don't think he's the main guy because still he's reporting. He's reporting to Hangwani. Right, who we didn't get a lot of questions about, but at least they asked towards the end, right? A few people did ask about Hangwani and us, but they didn't go as deep. I wanted a Bushiri moment. Go deeper, Papa. Go to the whole, because we need clarifications. Even the tender in Northwest, right? There seems to have been an involvement of Hangwani and Vusi Matlala there because remember Vusi Matlala was now giving Brown Mkotsi advice. And Brown is like, Vusi is advising me. Alu Construction. Remember that tender?
Yes.
How much money do you need? How many Ferraris can you buy, bro?
Supercars are expensive. But it's not just him. So I think the reason why they end up having to steal these large amounts of money is because you have to cut a lot of people in. So even if it is, if you steal 100 million.
I mean, for example, let's say you just recovered 13 million from a Tembisa hospital employee.
There you go.
Like, guys, what is going on? Guys, this is bad.
Yes.
Employee of Tembisa hospital just paid back 13 million. Bro, and that's someone's mom who's at the club, at the bar, and you're like, this guy, how is he buying this thing? And it's, mama, imagine how many millions she's made.
So the big three you're saying is...
People need to get cut in. You pay all these guys are making money. People are getting filthy rich, dog.
Mulife,
Yes.
Cat,
Yes.
and you saying Hangwani.
I would put him there because Cat is reporting to this guy.
Yeah.
Even with the Alu construction. Remember they do the tender with Brown. Sorry, not the tender, the court application, the urgent interdict to prevent the first supplier being awarded that tender. And then it goes back to bid. And then Alu Construction ends up bidding again. And then now Brown is being asked, hey, Brown Mkotsi Foundation did an interdict. And then in the second stage, you guys didn't do the interdict. And now we're seeing Alu Construction. And by the way, even this year, that company, Alu Construction, blah, 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 was trying to win a tender this year in Northwest, a tender worth 1 billion. So they're still at it like a crack addict. They're still doing it, right? So it's not like it's over. So you mustn't think that because the SIU sees the assets, that the hoshkari behavior, which is what I call it, has stopped, right? So now that's why I'm saying Hangwani is part of it. But now my theory, here's my theory.
Yeah.
It's just a theory.
Yeah.
It's a theory. Alleged theory. Hypothesis.
Yeah.
Hypothesis. Hangwani's mother, Mboneni, according to Jeff Wicks, blame him for giving me the hypothesis. She worked at the Limpopo Department of Health for about 20 years. And she was a senior official in the Limpopo Department of Health. I think that that's where the methodology got perfected. This is how we're going to do it. Because you see, there are other guys who do mega bids for real tenders, and then they get water supply, treatment stuff, and then people in Hammanskraal end up
borrow
dying.
their yacht to a prominent politician to go to Robben Island.
So those are the guys who go for the big fish, the whales. Then there are these guys who are fishing for the sardines, right? So I think this, if we call it a sardine strategy, the request for quotes, I think this gets perfected in the Limpopo Department of Health. I think then in 2017, thereabouts, that's when Hangwani gets deployed by his mom to go and roll this out nationwide. Take this business nationwide. And I think that's what happens.
Let's expand.
So, if Hangwani is the managing director, is what I'm saying. I don't think that he is the boss. I think she is the boss.
Whoa, bro.
Because she's the one who was buying. It's a theory. It's a hypothesis.
Mama, wait. Didn't the president say he met the mom? He was walking by. He walks by that house a lot, man.
And
did they go to school
that's what he said. He just walks
with
past.
the president?
And you look at his house like that. It's like, bro. And then Timo touches there, who's also another Mulife in Sandhurst. And then he meets the president outside the house. Man, bro.
He past that house a lot.
the only thing I questioned about that version, besides the other stuff, is he said he does 10Ks in 90 minutes. Guys, I want you guys to go try this. 10Ks. Get your watch. Try to walk 10Ks in 90 minutes. See what it feels like. And then add the 73-year-old part of it. And then ask yourself, with some heels and from Hyde Park or wherever his property is, all the way
They're
to
both in
Sandton.
Hyde Park, yeah.
But that one was in Sandton, right? That mansion where he walked past.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So he was
yeah.
quite far from the Hyde Park
Yeah.
property at that point.
Oh, no, Sandhurst. Sorry,
Yeah,
my
sorry,
bad.
Sandhurst. No, it's
Oh,
fine.
no, he's in Hyde Park, then there's Sandhurst.
Yeah,
oh.
exactly. So what I'm just saying is that's where I started. You know, I was like, this is an unnecessary detail to add
Yeah.
to your version. You know,
Yeah.
sometimes when people are lying, they add
They say too
something
much.
which is
Yes.
not necessary to the lie.
Yeah. Because you want to dress up the lie as
So
much.
much.
as possible to keep it insulated.
Keep it
you know?
legit. So I'm like, 10. You know, I run. I'm a bit of a slow runner, but sometimes I walk. I'm like, 90 minutes, 10 Ks at 73. You must be the healthiest 73-year-old. You know, and it's just misleading because the aesthetic is not giving 10 Ks in 90
Because
minutes.
look, because an hour
This is our
an hour is 60 minutes. Now if you're driving at 90 kilometers per hour, you're covering 90. So what's the average?
It's a pace, right?
90 is a lot kilometers per hour.
No.
So let's drop it to 65.
you think it's
can't
the
do
mother?
that per hour.
So I think the mom could be the mastermind because
Oh, bro.
because if listen, the properties in Cape Town, there's some very nice properties there on
Some penthouses,
seafront,
apartments,
Sea
yeah,
Point.
some-
You can see them there. There's twin something
Twin
there's-
towers
or whatever.
Yes.
They bought them for
36 million, 30 something million, one of them.
Yeah.
and she's the one who I think was the purchaser at that time. So
Yo, this is
if
crazy, bro.
If you're Hangwani and your mom has been in this sector for a long time, is it reasonable for us to assume that? And her name is in this stuff. Remember,
Yeah.
the trust mentions her. It's Mboneni, Hangwani, and then the sister Rulani, I think is her name, Rumani or something like that. So mother's name first, and maybe it's just you love your mom, you were taking care of your mom. You didn't do the same for your dad, but you definitely did it for your mom.
Yeah.
And she comes from the healthcare sector. And I think if we were to actually go into Limpopo Department of Health and ask about procurement irregularities,
What
we may
happened
find
there?
out a lot.
Yeah.
But this sardine strategy, I don't think Hangwani comes up with it. Also, why would he get the tenders? Who does he know? With her, it would make sense that she knows people,
Yeah.
right? Because she's been in there for 20 years,
Yes.
right? It's a very powerful province. A lot of powerful politicians come from Limpopo. So it's possible that she could have then had that network to say, okay, my guy has opened a company, this, and the third. Please award him there at Tembisa Hospital.
Sure.
Then he can go to supply chain and say, guys, please, these are the companies. This week, this is what we are sending.
To go back to what we were talking about, here's my theory, right? I'll try to explain it the best I can.